What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, coming to you real quick, man. We finished it. I am so proud of me and Brandon. This has taken so long. I did not expect us to actually finish this mock draft, but we did. We got all 32 teams. We got 32. I think it's like 30 because some teams just didn't pick. But either way, 30 teams, 30 different creators. It was amazing. This is incredible. I am so honored to bring you guys the last 3 picks. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. We are going to go over all the picks when we go live for the draft tonight. So this will be like the first thing that we go over. But I did want everybody to see the picks. Go to the playlist. We have every single pick there. It'll be interesting to see how the draft goes. I know a lot of trades have happened, but it'll be interesting to see, how close some of these teams' wants are and to who they actually get. So, like I said, thank you to everybody that gave their time and sent us in a pick. Really, really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, let's just get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it.
With the 30th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select cornerback Florida State Asante Samuel Jr. Yes, this is the cornerback that the Buffalo Bills need, and I think Asante Samuel Jr. is going to start out in the nickel in the slot for the Buffalo Bills, helping out with Taron Johnson, who stepped up big time in the playoffs last year. We all know Taron Johnson's probably going to get a big contract in a couple of years or next year. So we are going to see, we need a young cornerback, slot cornerback to fill in that role. And Asante Samuel Jr. is the speed the Buffalo Bills need. He flies around the football. He is a great tackler, a willing tackler, something that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills really put a lot of emphasis on. And I think Asante Samuel Jr. could definitely transition to an outside corner. His father played in the NFL. I think this is a great, great fit.
Hey guys, this is 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell, along with my co-host Glenn Martin. You can find us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter at 410_Sports Talk. Catch us anywhere you listen to your podcast, whether it's iTunes or Spotify, any of the like. You can catch us there as well. You can also find us on Facebook, and we'll leave all that information below. But as far as the mock draft goes for the 31st pick, it's going to be really interesting to see who the Ravens go with. Glenn, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so judging by who's left, I think this wouldn't necessarily be an ideal situation for the Ravens. I think they were hoping some of the other guys would have slipped to this point. Certainly some of the tackles that went already. And I tell you, it'd be hard looking at who's left on this board to pass on a Christian Barmore. I mean, typically the Ravens like looking at Alabama to bring in some extra help. And they also like building from inside the trenches. And Barmore seems to be the best interior defensive lineman in this year's draft. However, although they're a little long in the tooth there, they do have some depth at the position. They did just address that, the interior of the D-line last year in the draft with Justin Metabike and Broderick Washington. Of course, re-signed Derek Wolfe. They still have Calais Campbell, and they still have big baby Brandon Williams in there. So I think they're okay. And although it would be tough to pass on Barmore, I think they ultimately do. And I think they seal up one of the biggest needs in the draft with a guy who, if you take one part of the equation out, he's a top 20 pick in this draft, and that's Landon Dickerson, the center out of Alabama, who, this was the highest rated center in the country last year. He's 6'6", 325 pounds as a center.
It's a big man.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's got positional versatility. He's played virtually every snap or every position on the offensive line at one point or another. He had more pancakes in 2020 than anyone in the country, which is what you like to hear. He's just a big, strong guy. And what I also loved about him is the leadership he brings to the offensive side of the ball. His teammates were weeping when he got injured. When he left the offensive line for Alabama on the cart, his teammates were literally weeping at him leaving. So that shows how much he means to his teammates, obviously, how much they mean to him as well. So outside of the fact that he's had multiple season-ending ACL tear injuries, this guy's a no-brainer, home run pick and would be a 10-year starter. It's just all about the medicals. And I think if he passes the medical, evaluation by the Ravens doctors, then this is a home run pick. Fills a huge area of need, in which got Lamar Jackson hurt in the playoffs last year from snaps going over his head. I think they're done taking chances on late round and undrafted centers. Let's get a guy who knows how to snap the ball, who's done it for a long, long time, and now be plus at that position instead of trying to patchwork it.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Glenn said, definitely not an ideal spot, and it would be hard for Eric DeCosta, I think, to turn in a card that doesn't have Barmore's name on it based on the fact that the Ravens are all about taking best player available. But based on finding the balance between need and best player available, I think, and Glenn and I both agree that Landon Dickerson at this spot would be the Ravens' best pick and what they should do. So at 31, Baltimore Ravens, Landon Dickerson.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
What's good, everybody? My name is David Soto, fan of the Super Bowl champs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Been a Bucs fan since I was 9-10 years old, man, since 99, 2000. Die hard since day one, been through the struggle. For the 2021 NFL Draft, I do believe the Bucs pick the best available. I don't think they're really shooting for anybody. I don't think they're going to trade up. Possibly could trade down, but whoever's best available at 32, which I think could be Najee Harris, possibly, if the Pittsburgh Steelers don't snatch him. It will be perfect because Ronald Jones is a free agent next year. Fournette's a free agent next year. Giovanni Bernard, we don't really know. He's up there in age. He's battling through a lot of injuries through the last few years in Cincy. Why not get Najee Harris, man? He could do it all. Strength, power, quick, could catch out the backfield. Perfect fit for Tom Brady. And be on the rookie deal for a little while. Najee Harris, man. Go Bucs. Shout out Philly the podcast.
Everywhere. This is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, really time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.